Hello everyone, it's Olumayowa Victor Ogunshola from iDPS Consult Netherlands. iDPS Consult Netherlands means I diagnose and proffer solutions consult Netherlands. Today I've got a very interesting topic for everyone, a topic that will help with your personal effectiveness and professional development. Today I will be talking about a reflection model known as the Gibbs Reflection Model. It is important that I state that the Gibbs reflection model can be useful for students in any university anywhere in the world, yeah, or entrepreneurs, that is people who have their own business, or industry professionals, irrespective of the industry that you work in. So please enjoy this video as I talk about the Gibbs reflection model. The Gibbs reflection model is a 6-step reflection model that helps you to think about a situation that happened in the past. Yeah? So the Gibbs reflection model helps you to think back, yeah, to reconsider a situation or an event or an experience that has happened in the past. Before I go on to talk about the Gibbs reflection model, I'd like to remind us that I have talked about two other models in my YouTube videos. So perhaps you should search Olumayowa Victor Ogunshola or iDPS Consult Netherlands and see the video on the Soara reflection model. Soara spelled S-O-A-R-A. That is, you reflect by looking at the situation, you look at the objective, you look at the actions that was taken, then you look at the results, then you think about the aftermath. That is the Soara model. You can find that on my YouTube channel. Also, I talked about the STAR model, that is S-T-A-R-R, where you look at the situation, you look at the task or target, you look at the action, then you look at the results, and then you reflect on the results. So let's go on now to talk about the Gibbs reflection model. Yeah, the Gibbs reflection model is a model that has 6 steps, like I said. These 6 steps helps you to look back at past experience, past events, or past situations. The step number 1 would be to describe the experience or event, what actually happened. Step number 2 would be to talk about your feelings. How did you feel during this event, or prior to the event, or after the event? Step number 3 is talking about evaluation. When we talk about evaluation, what was good and what was bad about this event? Then we have step number 4. Step number 4 is the step where you analyze. Yeah? What sense can you make of this entire event or experience or past situation? Then we have step number 5, which is conclusion. Yeah? What else could you have done? And we have the last step, which is step number 6. That is the action plan step, where you say, if this happens again, what will I do? How will I go about it? Perhaps we should go into a little bit of background of the Gibbs reflection model. The Gibbs reflection model was created by Professor Graham Gibbs in the year 1988. And Professor Graham Gibbs actually built on the work of David Cobbs, that is from the Experiential Reflection Circle, which David Cobbs created in 1984. We can authoritatively say that David Cobbs' work is talking about learning through experience, while Professor Graham Gibbs' work is talking about learning through iterative learning, that is learning through repetition. Okay, let's go on now. Maybe some of you have questions already. What is he talking about? He talked about the STAR approach to reflection. He talked about the Soara approach to reflection. And now he's talking about the Gibbs reflection model. What is it? Why do I have to know about reflection? Why do I have to know how to reflection? Yeah? Reflections, especially the Gibbs reflection model, has a lot of usefulness. One of the importance of reflecting using the Gibbs reflection model to reflect is that it helps you to challenge your own assumptions. Yeah. Another importance is that it helps you to create new ideas, to think of doing things in new ways. Yeah. That situation happened in the past. That was how I did it. If the situation would happen again, if I would find myself in the situation again, I do it in a better way. That one. And then, of course, it helps you to identify your strengths and areas for improvement. Remember, I always say I don't like to call it weaknesses. So the Gibbs Reflection Model helps you to identify your strengths and areas for improvement. Also, when you use a reflection model such as the Gibbs, it helps you to be able to link your practice and theory together. That is, you will be able to combine observing or doing with applying knowledge or thinking. These are some of the usefulness of the Gibbs Reflection Model. As I mentioned earlier, the Gibbs Reflection Model is a 6-circle reflection model. Describe what happened, talk about your feelings, evaluate the whole experience, the event, the past situation, then you analyze it, then you make conclusions, then you have an action plan. Let's talk about these 6 steps of the reflection model, one after the other. We've got step number 1, which is where you describe what happens. Here you are not analyzing, you are simply describing the situation. What happened? Why did it happen? Who were those involved when it happened? When did it happen? Where did it happen? Or perhaps how did it happen? Again, this is not the part where you analyze, you just simply describe the event that happened. Describe the event, describe this past experience, describe the situation. Then we go to the second step, which is feelings. Here you think about how you felt prior to the event, how you felt during the event, and how you felt after the event. Did you have bad feelings? Did you have very good feelings? How did you feel with the experience of this event? This is what you talk about in the feeling part of the Gibbs reflection. This part as well is not a part where you analyze. It's just a part where you describe, where you explain how you feel. How did the experience or event make you feel? This is what you talk about here. Note that this aspect, again, I repeat, is not about analyzing. Rather, it describes your personal feelings, your personal thoughts, your personal actions or reactions about the event. Let's talk about step number 3, which is evaluation. You consider questions that you think could be relevant to the experience. What went well during this experience or event? So what worked well? What went badly during this experience or event? So what went wrong? Was the event complete? So was there a resolution? Or perhaps the event was an incomplete one. This is what you are going to include in the evaluation part of the Gibbs Reflection Model. This evaluation part as well is not analytical in any way. It just helps you to make judgments about the event or experience. If the experience or event is actually has a lot of different situations that happen, I would recommend that you focus on the most important parts of the experience. We go to step number 4, which is the analysis space. Analysis section of the Gibbs Reflection Model. In this part, you consider again what went well or what went badly. You think of what you could have done differently. Could you have done things differently? The experience itself, was it a useful experience to you? Did that event assist you to deal with your did that past event assist you to deal smartly with a similar recent event? These are the kind of things you think about in the analysis stage. If you find yourself in that kind of experience or event again, how could you handle it better? Then we go to step number 5 of the Gibbs Reflection Model, which is conclusion. In the conclusion part, you reconsider the experience. What could I or what should I have done differently if in this particular situation? What were the barriers that did not allow me to do things differently? Did I learn anything about myself? during this experience? Did I learn anything about my own strengths? Did I learn anything about the areas that I'm not so good at? Weaknesses, I don't like to call them weaknesses. I say areas for improvement. Yeah? What did I learn about my current knowledge or level of practice? Yeah? This can be either your strength or weakness, like I said earlier on. The conclusion is where you sum up what you learned from the entire experience. It is important to be specific when you're writing the conclusion. So try to give specific details and avoid making general statements. Then we go to the very last part, which is the most important part of the Gibbs Reflection Model, perhaps any other reflection model, which is the action part. Yeah? This is where you say, what could I do in order to be better prepared for this kind of experience in the future? Even if that past experience worked so well, you should still ask yourself, what could I do to improve? Yeah? What are the areas that I need to prioritize in the future? This part as well is not about you analyzing. Yeah? So this part is not analytical. It's just a part where you can include justification for and the value of your actions Again, this part again is not analytical. It's just a part where you include justifications for and the value of actions in the action plan. Yeah? You should be specific. When you talk about your action plan, you should be specific about what you plan to do, why you plan to do it, how you plan to do it in the future. That was the Gibbs Reflection Model. I hope this will be useful for students, entrepreneurs, and industry professionals all over the world. Thank you very much. Like you know, I always like to get feedback when I make videos. So do you like this particular video about the Gibbs Reflection Model? Please give it a thumbs up on YouTube. Yeah? Do you think that I could have done something better? Please make comments in the comment section on YouTube. Remember, at iDPS Consult Netherlands, we exist to educate the world. We exist to diagnose business problems and proffer solutions. As you know, I will not go until I talk about my passion. And my passion is that Africa must develop and Africa must be united. Therefore, I say, are you an African anywhere in the world? Keep doing all you can to make sure Africa must develop and Africa must be united. This is the end of the video. This is the part where I say in English language, thank you very much. In Dutch language, dank u wel. In Yoruba language, from Nigeria, West Africa, Esheo. Bye.